Hi aspirants, this is just simple for you. In today's video, we'll be discussing about GS paper 1 of 2015 series A. So we will be discussing polity questions. We totally have around 12 polity questions this year. Last year we had around 11 polity questions. While I solve the questions, I will also be sharing few tips of do's and don'ts with the preparation, and also at the end I will be providing you certain polity questions of mains as well. So there is no segregation of mains preparation and prelims preparation as such. So it is important, both are equally important. Prelims is the starting step, and mains is the one who decides our rank. So let's quickly get into the first question of the polity. Consider the following statements regarding the directive principles of state policy. Option point number 1, the principles spell out the socio-economic democracy in the country. Point number 2, the provisions contained in these principles are not enforceable by any court. I even told you yesterday how to deal with these kind of questions. When we have A, B, C, one only, two only, both one and two, neither one or two. So we have to be really careful, and we are definite about questions. We can definitely solve it. In this question is basic question. It is about directive principles and how we understand. So yes, indeed, principles are based on social economic democracy of a country, and the second option is, this one is true. So the next one, the provisions contain, yeah, they are not enforceable. This statement is also correct. So the answer for this question is both 1 and 2. Next question. Consider the following statements. The Rajya Sabha has no power either to reject or to amend a money bill. Point 2. The Rajya Sabha cannot vote on the demands for grants. Point 3. Rajya Sabha cannot discuss the annual financial statements. As I told you, again we have to point the statements which are wrong. Always we have to start with statements which are wrong to get to our answer. So if we are able to eliminate one option here, we can eliminate the third option. Whereas the Rajya Sabha cannot discuss the annual financial statement. This statement is wrong. The Rajya Sabha can discuss, but it cannot vote on the annual financial statements. So if we eliminate 3, we are left with 2 options, that is A and B. So we got to know 1 is definitely the answer. So we have to decide whether 2 is the answer or not. The Rajya Sabha cannot vote on the demands for grants. Yes, that is true. The Rajya Sabha cannot vote. It is one of the action of Lok Sabha. So the answer for this question is B. 1 and 2 both are correct. When a bill is referred to a joint sitting of both the houses of the parliament, it has to be passed by option A simple majority of members present and voting. Option B, 3/4 majority of members present and voting. Option C, 2/3 majority of the houses. Option D, absolute majority of the houses. The answer for this question is option A simple majority of members present and voting. Consider the following statements. Point 1. The executive power of the Union of India is vested in the Prime Minister. Point 2. The Prime Minister is the ex officio chairman of the Civil Services Board. So in this question, Prime Minister is not the ex officio chairman. So we can eliminate 2. Cabinet Secretary is the ex officio chairman of Civil Services Board. And executive power was also asked in 2014. So over there as well, so this statement is wrong here. Executive power is in the name of the president. It's not vested in the prime minister. So the answer for this question will be D. neither 1 nor 2. Next question. Option point A is wrong. Legislative Council cannot be larger than Legislative Assembly. So this point is wrong. So we have to see whether second point is right or wrong. The governor of a state nominates. So nominates, no. The governor of a state does not nominate the chairman of Legislative Council. The chairman of Legislative Council is selected among the members of the Legislative Council itself. Of course, governor nominates few people who are specialized in art literature, but he doesn't nominate the chairman of Legislative Council. To uphold and protect the sovereignty, unity and integrity of India is a provision made in the option A, preamble of the Constitution, option B, directive principles of state policy, option C, fundamental rights, option D, fundamental duties. So you can even give your answers in the comment section below. The answer for this question will be option D. So the tip that I told I'll be sharing with you all is when you're preparing, we try to solve most of the question of test series or whatever. It is important to solve UPSC previous year question paper as well. So when we try to solve them, we will get to know the quality and how there is a difference between the test series and how UPSC preparing. And not just that, there are we try to go wrong most of the time. So which questions it is okay for us to make mistakes. There are certain questions where we cannot make mistakes. Mistakes again means to risk or to attempt a question. It is under your discretion whether to attempt it or not again. So at that point of time, we use elimination method. Again, certain questions like basic fundamental questions cannot go wrong for you. So one has to prepare very well, because basics are definitely going to be asked in one or the other way. So we have to try to focus on those areas where we can keep the basics strong. Once we keep the basics strong, we will be in a position to at least attempt that particular question, which will become a difference for you and other candidates. So it's very important to get your basics strong and the understanding well about the subjects. That will give you a better position to analyze a question and take risk based on the question. So let's move on to the next question. The fundamental object of a Panchayati Raj system is to ensure which among the following? Point 1, people's participation in development. Point 2, political accountability. Point 3, democratic decentralization. Point 4, financial mobilization. Over here again, we can use the elimination method, which is wrong. So if we can eliminate political accountability was not the fundamental object of the Panchayati Raj system. So if we eliminate 2, we are left with 1 and 3. So we can derive to our answer people's participation in development and democratic decentralization is the objective of Panchayati Raj system. The ideal of welfare state in the Indian Constitution is enshrined in its option A, preamble, option B, directive principles of state policy, option C, fundamental rights, option D, 7th schedule. Answer for this question is yes, I hear it right from all of you. It is directive principle of state policy. You all are right. So the next question. There is a parliamentary system of government in India because. So this is the last question. Be careful. Try to make an attempt for this question. Option A, Lok Sabha is elected directly by the people. Option B, Parliament can amend the constitution. Option C, Rajya Sabha cannot be dissolved. Option D, Council of Ministers is responsible to the Lok Sabha. Yes, I hear you right. So the answer for this question is Council of Ministers is responsible to the Lok Sabha, which is collective responsibility, one of the important element of parliamentary system. So this was the last question where we completed all 12 polity questions. Along with this, we even have mains questions. You can even check the mains question at last and revise based on the syllabus. We have been giving you prelims covered syllabus and mains covered syllabus. You can see the core areas where you can see the repeated questions for each year and prepare based on that. All the best for your preparation. Till then, it's just simple signing off. Thank you.